Hey, what's going on, family? People always tell me and Jalon selling life insurance is difficult. We're going to make it easy for you guys here today. Stay tuned. My name is Mike.
My name is Jalon.
We're here at True Wealth Financial. This last year alone, we both did over $250,000 in sales individually in the life insurance arena. Following this blueprint here, we're going to share it to you guys here today for free. Jalon.
Yes.
What we got here, man?
So the best thing that we want to teach every single agent how to be an effective salesperson in the life insurance arena is what we call our 3 steps to success formula, right? We have leads.
Yeah.
We have mindset, presentation, broken down by a number of other things that we're going to explain here in a second. But I promise you, if you stay tuned with this, you will be able to go out there and earn well over 6 figures just simply following this one simple formula.
In their first year.
In their first year. Now, there's a disclaimer there. Only if you are willing to put the work in, right? I don't want to overhype it, but if you follow this one simple formula, this can help you earn as much money you want to make.
Let's hop into it, guys. So the first step, get your notepad ready. All right. Tell your children to calm down. Get your notepad ready. All right. So first step here, we got leads. Now, me and Jalon, we love our time. We don't like having to do a whole bunch of cold door knocking or cold calling. So Jalon, we only work with folks that say, hey, Mike, come see me. I need life insurance. You do as well, Jalon, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So leads are important. Jalon, how much are the cost of leads roughly right now for a 6-figure earner producer right now?
Yeah, I will say that an average person, if you're knocking doors in the field, typically need to buy 20 to 25 leads every single week.
Right.
That's going to cost you roughly around $800 to $1,000 every single week. Now, here's the beautiful thing about that. A lot of you guys are probably like, Jay, that's a lot of money to be spending in a week.
Yeah.
But I promise you, if somebody can come to you and say, hey, spend $800 or $1,000, and I say, I want to give you $5 or $7 or even $10,000 in a week.
I'll take that.
Would you be able to take that? I mean, would you?
Yeah.
Exactly. So leads are very, very important to run your business. It's the most effective way to run your business. I don't know how anybody succeeds in life insurance without it.
Right.
It is the lifeline and the bloodline of your business. Right. So if anybody tells you not to buy any leads, you may want to run away from them. Okay?
They're probably working their warrant marketing and stuff like that, which is very, very effective as well. But like I said, me and Jen, we love buying leads. So most of our agents that we're working with are spending about $500, $800 a week on leads, but they're always seeing a ROI of about $4,000 to $5,000 in income that same week they purchase leads. So leads are very important. We love Facebook leads, right? Facebook leads, internet leads, direct mail leads are kind of our preferred lead vendor.
Absolutely. Now, the beautiful thing about leads, let me go ahead and explain it. So what a lead is, for some of the new people on the line, a lead is when a client sends in an information or fill out a form online or through the mail saying, hey, Mike, hey, Jalon, I'm looking to get some life insurance. Come out and see me. Right? That's all a lead is. Right? They fill out a form online or in the mail. The agent then gets that form either within 24 to 72 hours after they filled out the lead, and then they go and see the client or they call the client and they go out and sell them.
Easy. Gosh, so leads, guys, write that down. Mindset, the mindset. You are joining the sales industry. Mindset is going to be your number one thing you have to train on the most. I believe most of this business is really just mindset, guys. You don't get a lot of no's. You also get a lot of yeses. But if your mindset is right going into every single presentation, you will definitely succeed. Jalon, hit on mindset a little bit.
Yeah, you know I'm a mindset kind of guy, right? I truly believe that when it comes to any type of business that you decide to put yourself into, you always have to develop the right mentality. Right? Now, keep in mind, you guys are now entrepreneurs. You're now business owners. So congratulations. You're no longer an employee. You work for yourself.
Got some time freedom.
You got some time freedom. But the number one thing that a lot of agents struggle with is adopting the right mentality that's required to be able to get to that next level in their business. Like Mike said, a lot of people are going to tell you no.
Right.
You have to be willing to go for no. You have to be willing to go for no so you can eventually get that yes. You have to wake up in the morning every single day. You have to be disciplined with your schedule, with your routine, and know that you have complete control over your schedule. So what does that mean? Because you have complete control over your schedule, that doesn't mean that you have a lot of time freedom.
Yeah.
You still have to self-employ yourself to your business and work a set schedule. If you're in the field, typically between 10 a.m. to about 8 p.m., right? If your phone sells, 10 a.m. to about 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And you're not working the entire time. You're still out there prospecting. You're still out there door knocking in between times. If you're on the phone, you have 2 power hour dialing sessions.
Yeah.
You have typically between 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
And then you take a little break. You come back around 5 p.m. to about 8 p.m.
Right.
And you are able to be very, very effective with those time frames because you have leads that you can be able to call through. But if you don't be disciplined with your schedule, it's going to be very hard for you to
working about 4 to 5 days a week, though. Typically,
Exactly.
we're showing agents to make 6 figures in their first year selling life insurance, working 4 to 5 days a week. All right, so cool. Mindset. Some books we recommend: Think and Grow Rich, amazing book. Of audio we recommend is going to be The Stranger's Secret by Napoleon Hill. Was it Earl Nightingale?
Earl Nightingale.
Thank you, Jalon. Earl Nightingale.
Napoleon Hill wrote Think and Grow Rich.
Thank you.
Right, and then What to Say When You What to Say What You Talk to Yourself.
That's strong.
By Shad Hemstetter.
That's strong.
Because guess what?
That's strong.
Because guess what? In this business, you're going to be having a lot of times where clients are telling you no, and some days you may not be able to get everything that you're looking for.
Yeah.
But if you have the correct mindset and you can speak to yourself in a positive mentality, a positive manner, you need it to be successful.
Right.
Right? Like that's what I needed when I first started out. I needed to change my entire mindset in order for me to get to that next level of my business.
Love that. So next, presentation, an effective presentation. So the first part of the presentation is going to be the approach. So an effective approach, like if I do face-to-face sales, Jalon does telesales. So an effective approach is like this. Hey, Miss Betty, my name is Michael. I'm with Senior Benefits here in Ohio. This form here you requested is in regards to final expense coverage. I'm just stopping by to see what you qualify here today. Where can we sit? And I wipe my feet off. That's an approach. That's like, hey, I'm your guy now, Miss Betty. Jalon, what's like an approach for telesales?
Yeah, the best approach I like to say is, hey, Mr. John, how are you doing today? They respond. I'm going straight into it.
Yeah.
Hey, my name is Jalon, underwriter for the state of Ohio. Just getting back to you about the form you filled out online about getting some insurance. Yeah. We got your request on the 24th of July. I was just giving you a call to verify some of that information and see what your options are.
Boom. That's an approach. That's, hey, this is who I am. Let's get this going. So we're now inside the home. We're now on the phone call with the client. We're rocking and rolling. We're getting this done.
Exactly.
So the next step, the discovery. Woo-wee. This is trying to figure out why the person needs insurance. Why am I here today? Jalon, why am I here today to help you out with your life insurance needs? Some things you want to actually discover is going to be this. Hey, Miss Betty, are you requesting information for you or for you and someone else? Mm-hmm. Are you requesting information because you have nothing in place right now? If you have no coverage, what's been the biggest thing stopping you? Like you hear my tone, right? Like, it's that tonality. Like what's been the biggest thing stopping you? Money? Have you received any quotes yet? Oh, you do have insurance. Okay, gotcha. Well, when you filled out this form here, were you looking at it because you want to see what was out there, or did you want to add more coverage?
That's good.
All right. And then after that part, guys, we go into the next part of discovery I call it the pain. The pain. Like people buy off of emotion and pain. So, Miss Betty, have you experienced any funerals before? Has anyone passed away that was close to you? Who was it? When did they pass away? Burial, cremation? Did they have any coverage? Because if they had no coverage, how hard was that for you guys to have to come out of pocket to pay for that $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 funeral? Guys, Some families don't have $20,000 or $10,000 or even $5,000 to pay for a funeral out of pocket.
Yeah.
Jalon, and then after that point, Jalon, we're then asking them, hey, Miss Betty, this the trial close. Jalon, this the trial close. Miss Betty, with you having nothing in place for yourself right now, if anything happened to you, let's say today. Thank you, Jalon. Mm-hmm. Who would take care of your final expenses today? Your son Tony? Okay, Tony. Okay, gotcha. Tony, okay, got it. Now, do you think Tony is in a spot right now financially to take care of that for you? Mm-hmm. He's not? Okay. So I'm assuming that's why you want to have something in place for yourself so there's no burden and debt put upon Tony after he passes away. Is that important to you? Cool. Then we hop into the presentation where we actually go over educating them about insurance. Jalon, what does that part where we're actually educating them about insurance look like?
Yeah, the educational piece is very, very important after the discovery, right? So through the discovery, we understand the importance on why the client requested the information, right? We're trying to figure out their needs on why they're looking for life insurance. Yeah. The discovery is by far the most important part of the presentation. Yeah. But guess what? After you figure out their reason on why they requested information, you now have to be able to figure out what the solution is to the problem that they gave you. That's the whole reason of the discovery. So guess what? We go into educating the client on what life insurance can actually do to help them with their concerns.
That's good. That's
right?
Good.
So in an educational side of things, I'm explaining to them the difference between term life and whole life.
Key.
Right? Now, if you're working final expense leads, most clients are going to be buying a whole life policy to take care of their burial expenses, right? So you have to explain the importance of a whole life policy, the living benefits of it, right? One of my best things that I like to explain to the client is, hey, Miss Betty, we understand that you have requested some information for your son, Tony.
We love Betty, right?
And the biggest reason why you requested information from us today is to make sure Tony is taken care of. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. Gotcha. Okay. Now, Miss Betty, with this whole life policy, it's going to be a permanent life policy. It's going to protect you your entire life. Yeah. The premiums never change. The benefits never change. Woo! It builds cash value.
What's cash value?
So guess what, Miss Betty? This cash value account, you actually have access to borrow from the policy if you ever fell short on hard times.
Wow.
Now, I know you said you were on Social Security benefit. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. Gotcha. This policy allows for you to borrow from your policy if you ever need it. Wow. Now, do I recommend it? No, but you do have it, right? But my biggest benefit and the best benefit that I like about this, outside of me being your agent, Miss Betty, is that it comes with something called a terminal illness rider. And this terminal illness rider states, Miss Betty, that if you have a 12 to 24 month life expectancy, you can actually access up to 75% of your death benefit. So what does that mean for you? That means that if you only had 1 to 2 years to live and you were in a hospice, in a hospital, and you only had 12 to 24 months to live, you can actually pull up to 75% of that death benefit out early to handle all of your arrangements.
Crucial.
Before you passed away. So guess what? Tony no longer has to worry about taking care of your final expenses when you pass away because you helped them with it.
Yeah.
Now, if you're still working, it gives you access now to still be able to pay for your bills while you are going through your rehabilitation.
Right.
So you don't have to be stressed and strapped for cash.
I love that. That's good.
Right?
That's good.
Now, Ms. Betty, I understand that's all important to you. And again, that terminal illness rider will also allow for Mr. Tony to be alongside your bedside if he's not able to work, and you could pull 75% from that death benefit to have him along your bedside as well while he doesn't have to be strapped for cash.
I love that.
Now, Ms. Betty, how does that sound to you?
Yeah. Like, which one of these benefits do you like the most?
Exactly. Right? So just explaining how the benefits can actually benefit the client while they're alive, right? One of the biggest things that I've learned over the years is that there's a saying called "with 'em." What's in it for me? At the end of the day, life insurance isn't only meant for the person who passes away for the beneficiary, but you have to be able to overemphasize the living benefits in the policy that can benefit the person while they're alive, so they can be more prone to keep the policy, and also when they pass away, their family can inherit that benefit as well.
That. Now, Jalon, also in your presentation, you're probably going over stuff like cost of burial and cremation. Exactly. You know what I mean? Kind of a little small breakdown.
Exactly.
You're probably going over some carriers, some companies that we partner up with, such as X, Y, and Z companies. So you're probably going over, hey, you're going to probably looking to be going through these companies here that we work with. Like, we actually work with over 25 different companies, Miss Betty. 25. Like, we can shop around and find the best company for you to match your needs and your budget. How does that sound to you?
That's good.
That's like good. Social Security is only going to pay out $255 out to your loved ones when you pass away. That's not going to take care of it, right? So the presentation, would you say, is mainly just education, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Just educating your clients on how the policy and the benefit can benefit them.
I love that. Love that. All right, next part, close. Close. All right, gotta ask for the close. Assume the close. Like, by this time here, we could probably close after discovery. Like, if
it's good enough.
If it's good enough, like we honestly can close earlier, but we're just nurturing it. I call it just dancing with them. We're just slow dancing with the client, but we're bringing them along through the whole process.
Exactly.
All right. So the closing part, we're gonna show 3 quotes. We're gonna show 3 quotes that we receive after we ask them their health questions, get their medications, get their health conditions. We're going to show them 3 quotes, all right? We're going to show the quotes I like showing quotes from lowest to highest. You too?
I like going from highest to lowest.
Beautiful.
They're a little bit different.
Either way works. Either way works, okay? And then when they pick that quote, right, we're assuming the sale. It's not like, are you sure? No, it's, hey, Miss Betty, I know you want that $10,000 there for $80 a month. So what we're going to do now is this. We're going to see if the insurance company will be able to approve you. If they do approve you, we'll have the policy mailed to your home for you to review and look at, and your first payment will not be due until next month. Now keep in mind, if they don't approve you, I can't do anything about it. We tried, and that's about it. So, who's your beneficiary? Tony? Okay.
That's good. I like that. You almost sold me, man.
You like that?
That's a good one.
So then, Jalon, they pick the quote. We get the application signed up. And Jalon, it's only about like a 45-minute process, right?
Exactly.
Over the phone, face to face. Like I like being in Miss Betty's home. We're face to face. We're elbow to elbow. Like, we're at the dining room table. Like, we're in this together.
Right.
Over the phone, same thing, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit different, but you're connecting with them based on your personality, your tonality. You're connecting with them. You're nurturing that client over the phone.
Yeah, and agents that we're working with are doing this almost 4 to 5 times a day, and selling 4 to 5 policies a day, because this right here takes about 45 minutes to 1 hour to complete with the client, and agents are getting paid that same week, that same day, for work they did. Okay, so Jalon, the cool down.
Yeah.
You're probably one of the best I know when it comes to the cool down, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So the cool down, I like to also call it a promise pitch. Right? So after the client is approved, you just don't want to run out the house, grab your binder and say, "Yep, I'll see you later," right? Or hang up on the client and say, "Well, it was a good time talking to you, Miss Betty, gotta go."
Yeah.
Because now that becomes super transactional, and all the rapport that you just built went out the window.
Yeah.
So take some time after the client said yes to you and submitted the application. I'll typically say between 2 to 5 minutes is more than enough. If you want to sit over there and have some of her cookies, that's fine. But what I like to say over the phone and in person, when I was in the field, I like to say, "Ms. Betty, congratulations, your application has been approved." Now, the biggest benefit of this, again, is that I'm going to be your sales agent. which means that you can call me at any time if you ever need to make any changes to your policy, or if you have any questions regards to your policies. I'm the guy that you call. Make sure to go ahead, save my number in your phone, and if anything comes up, you give me a call first. Now, Ms. Betty, I do want you to promise me something, that if anything ever comes up that could jeopardize the policy, whether inflation, whether a bill comes up, or this becomes too pricey, I want you to promise me that you'll give me a call first so we can take care of that together.
That's good.
And she'll always say, okay, honey, I got you, baby. And then we get off the phone, and then I shoot the client a text message and tell them I appreciate them for allowing me to be their agent.
Boom. That's it. Love that. Guys, ladies, we're looking to help insurance agents across the map. We have a proven system here. Agents that we are working with right now directly are earning between $5,000 to $10,000 to $15,000, $20,000 a month in their first 30 days, 60 days, 90 days as an agent with True Wealth. If you're looking to become a part of a great community, get trained, mentored by me and Jalon ourselves. All you have to do is click the link in the caption, all right? Or you can also follow us at our Instagram page here, all right? And when you guys do so, as we always say, we will see you at the top.